Okay, so for this one now, solving multi-step inequalities, you're going to have a whole multitude of things to just worry about with this. What I want you guys to know is that a lot of the problems that show up, you're still going to follow the same rules as you did with equations. Sorry. Okay, but the main thing that you guys are going to need to do is you need to focus on the fact that it's interesting. Okay. Alright, the main thing that you're going to need to do is you're going to need to focus on the fact of the 3 rules that you need to follow. Okay, step number 1 is distribute. Okay, when you can. Step number 2 is combine like terms. Okay, and step number 3 is get rid of smallest variable. Okay, so those are the same usual ones, except the only caveat is that if you do all this, you should get down to step 4, which is solve a 2-step inequality. Okay, so that should usually be the last step. Now these are all conditional, so some of them you might come across and some of them you might not. Okay, so just so you know, they've got like little asterisks next to them. Sometimes you might distribute, sometimes you may start on get rid of a smaller variable and everything. You do have to pay attention to the fact that no matter what, just like we talked about in the last lesson, oops, there we go. When you divide or multiply both sides of an inequality by a negative number, you have to flip the inequality, and that's at any time. Okay, so for example, if you had x plus 6 in parentheses, okay, and you had like negative 8 here, this is greater than 2. Okay, the only way to start this problem is to times both sides by negative 8. So you would go negative 8 times, and then times this by negative 8. Okay, and then you're already starting off with x plus 6 is less than negative 16. You do have to change that right away, because then when you get x is less than negative 22, you have your right answer and you're able to work your way out of this. Okay, so solving multi-step inequalities, take your time, follow the rules. There can be a lot of benefits to it. That just, if you take your time, it just makes your job a whole lot more easier. Okay, you're not going to see any really tricky ones, but you do need to know how to work with this stuff. And does this also work with fractions? So if for example, we had negative -1/4 x plus 5 is less than 9. Okay, let's say we had something like that and we minused 5 from both sides, because that's the first step. Okay, now we're left with -1/4 x is less than 4. Okay, and so when you times both sides, I'm sorry, when you divide both sides, you're going to divide by 1/4, but a negative quarter. So whenever you get your answer, it should be x is greater than negative 16. Okay? Alright, thank you guys for watching and have a great day. Bye.